We're outside Vicarage Road, where the result has been Watford 0, Southampton 0. Very drab game, I'm not going to lie. There wasn't much going for either sides. It was a bit of poor quality at both ends of the field. Southampton did get a clean sheet, one they would have been hoping for after conceding a few goals in their first few games, whether in the league or the Europa League. So I think Ronald Koeman will be happy with the nil behind their name. But I think what they're lacking was a bit of firepower, a bit of clinical finishing up front, and just a bit of creativity. Obviously, Tadic didn't play today, and it seemed they missed him. They've sold a few players in the past few years, including this summer, and you can see it seems like they're struggling to actually find their feet this season. But we're going to see what the fans have got to say. 0-0, disappointing result, I think, probably from your side, or?
That we had nothing going forward, absolutely nothing. I mean, at the back we were good, but at the end of the day, nothing going forward.
That's been obviously last season you had obviously good clean sheet record, and at the start of the season you've been struggling defensively, so obviously that's a good sign. But what do you think you're actually missing in terms of what maybe you need to purchase in the next week?
That game, I don't know if it's about purchasing, but at the end we had no creativity. There's nothing like someone like Tadic who was sat on the bench, Juanmi, who's got great potential. Nothing going forward. There's just nothing going forward. It's just like it was dead.
Very good. I wouldn't watch it if you have to. Both teams are in transition.
Saints are shit, that's basically it.
Thoughts on the match? Saints are struggling.
It hasn't been a great start for Southampton. 2 points from 3 games. Obviously you got a clean sheet today, but it seems like up front, attacking wise, you're lacking something.
We're lacking a striker.
New striker.
Pele came off. Why did they take him off? And he stropped off down the tunnel. I don't know why.
What are you expecting from Southampton this season? Obviously last year, even though you sold a few players, you still finished pretty high. How optimistic are you for this season?
I'd say top 10's probably a realistic target. I mean, we've got if we're gonna go through anywhere in Europe, we're gonna go anywhere in Europe. Then we're not gonna. I can't see us getting anywhere further than top 10 at the end at this rate.
Red Army! Red Army!
What do you think of the performance? Obviously,
Well, Watford,
yeah.
it's decent enough, but it's just lacking that cutting edge up front. That's where we've got to do something. We've got to change it. We've got Vicarage not even on the bench today. We want to know why.
Oh, when the Spurs go marching.
You happy with the point, or you wanted a win?
I'd rather have a win, but at least we got a draw. It's better than a lose, I think.
Who's your best player out there today?
Yeah, Anya, probably. Yeah. I think he was playing well, but Anya was my favourite.
All right.
It was disappointing, but I think we needed to be a bit quicker on the ball and try and get a few more crosses in. If we can do that, I reckon we'll get those goals.
3 points from 3 games. That's a satisfactory start, or you were hoping for more?
Satisfactory, but I would have liked another two, just to kind of. Next week's going to be tough. I can't be hard to get the one next week, but we'll go with the draw. We'll take that.
In terms of the season as a whole, what are you expecting from Southampton in terms of maybe league position, Europa League?
Europa League, we're obviously going to win, aren't we? Aren't we, Jane? We're probably not. We're not going to win the Premiership, judging on our performance so far this season, I would say. But hey, as long as we don't get relegated, I'm happy.
I mean, obviously, let's talk about maybe Mane and Wanyama leaving. How big a loss would that be?
Mane going forward's our only threat. At the end of Mane's going forward, he's our only threat. But Wanyama, if we lost Wanyama, we'd be in flipping trouble.
3 points from 3 games. Were you expecting more out of the first 3, or is that satisfactory?
Yeah, I'd say that's satisfactory, yeah. Good 3 points, I think. First 3 games, hardest, I think.
Yeah. Who do you think was the best player out there for you? Obviously, there wasn't much chances or clear-cut chances out there, but in terms of who do you think?
Gilardo or Niall, yeah. Play brilliant football, skillful, and they're strong on the ball as well. 3
points from 3 games, obviously 3 draws. Were you expecting more when you looked at the fixtures at the beginning of the season, or is that satisfactory?
I'd have quite liked to. I think we went up to the Everton game, so I think we could have got 3 points there. But I'll take 3 points after 3
So you got 3
games.
points at West Brom as well.
Bearing in mind the last time we were in the Premier League, it didn't really start like that. So I think we'll take that at the moment.
Who was your best performer out there today?
Anya today.
Anya.
Definitely Anya. So and I thought Capuet did well again as well. But just Deeney looks a bit isolated on his own.
Well, I was going to ask, in terms of obviously staying up is the aim this season. Do you think to add anything between now and the end of the transfer window, or is it
Another striker? Someone to play with Deeney rather than sort of leaving him on his own. I think they need, don't you think?
Yeah.
We need someone else behind.
obviously you drew this game 0-0 last game you also drew, and Troy Deeney, he was a willing runner, but obviously hasn't scored so far this season. And it seems like, as you said, there's a lack of taking the chances. Do you think you need to strengthen anywhere between now and the end of the transfer window? Or you think this will be enough to actually stay up?
I think we've got enough. We just need to gel a little bit better, and some of the players need to be more aware of where each other is. We're okay. I think we're good.
So there we have it. Both fans pretty disappointed. Both would have been hoping for and expecting a victory from their sides, but it's ended up as 0-0, bit of a drab game, no creativity, not much to actually talk about. It is early in the season, so both can hope that there's more to come, there's better to come in the future. Both seem to be pretty happy. Both seem to be pretty happy or content with the squads they have, that they can achieve a decent league position, and in Southampton's case, going a bit further in Europa League. Not much to talk about here at Vicarage Road, but I think both fans have got a lot to hope for the rest of the season. That's it from Neeks Sports. Thank you.